back to my YouTube channel Artsphere. I hope you all are doing well. So if you're following me on my Instagram account, art page art_sphere171, and if you're not, the link is there in the description below. You can check it out there. So if you're following me on my art account, then you know that I posted a picture of a hyper-realistic sketch of an old woman, and I got a lot of DM regarding if I have made or created a video of that hyper-realistic sketch. So I didn't create it. So sorry. Even I regret that I didn't create it, because the result, I was very happy and very surprised with the result, because it was my first hyper-realistic sketch and I'm very proud of it. So in this video I'll be making a hyper-realistic sketch on your demand, a portrait of a human being, of an old man. I made of a woman in the post, and now I'm making of an old man, so they have to prepare. And also I got a lot of DM regarding the use of grid method. So here's the answer. Why do I recommend using the grid method? So according to me, grid method is only going to help you to create the basic outline and the basic structure of the whole image of a portrait or of anything that you're making. Either you're making a landscape or you're making an animal, anything. So it is going to help you to get that outline, the proportions perfectly. So if the proportions are perfect, then of course there are chances that your final drawing is going to be much better. But if you do not know how to shade, then there is no use of grid method. First you need to learn how to shade. I'll be creating some videos on shading also in future for the beginners, and so you need to learn shading first of all, and then you can go to the then you can use the grid method, because it is only going to help you to create the outline and not the realism. And the realism lies in the way you shade, the blending. And now by blending I do not mean that use a blending tool and or use a brush every time. You should be able to shade an object without using any other thing. Only a graphite pencil is more than enough for shading as a beginner, because if you will be dependent on blending tools, then there is no coming back from that thing. You will always remain dependent on that, and you will not be able to progress in this in the art field. So if you want to progress, then start from basic shading. I'll make a video on that, but I can tell you right now, like, just draw a circle. Now make it look like a sphere, 3D effect. Now you need to practice on that thing. And so that was my answer. I hope I am able to satisfy to your queries that why do I prefer grid method. Also, I like to give you an example of my own mother. So my mother was also fascinated about sketches and all since I started making them. So after I completed that hyper-realistic sketch of a woman, so she came to me and she was like, even I want to draw my portrait. So I was like, how do you want to draw that? Should I tell you the basic structure to, like, the proportions of the face, the eyes, the nose, where all the things are placed, or you're just going to make it on your own? So she said, I'll be using grid method. You showed in your video that you can use grid method, and your results, they were amazing. So I told her that it's not like that. First you need to learn shading also. If you want to make a hyper-realistic sketch, you're not going to get the same result in the beginning in your first attempt if you are feeling that you will get it. So she was like, no, I'll do it. I was like, okay, then do it. So she started making the sketch, the outline and everything. The proportion was perfect, of course, because of the grid method. But when she started shading the hair and everything, it didn't come together, and it didn't look like realistic. Also, hyper-realistic is something else. It didn't look like a normal realistic sketch also. So this was my this was an example from my personal life. So I hope it helps you. So first part is improve your shading and work with the proportions. And also I want to tell why I use grid method. It helps to build confidence. I'm not saying always use grid method, but if you are trying hyper realistic sketch of a human figure, if you are making normal, like a still life or anything, then of course do not use grid method at all. I never use grid method in still life, never. I have never used it also, and I'll never use it also, and neither I'll let anyone else around me use that. So in human portraits, because they are a bit difficult, the placement of the eyes, the nose and everything will come together, but the eyes, they are going to be something else only at the end. So in order to make that, you need to have that confidence within yourself. Okay, the confidence is the most important thing in art. If you do not have confidence and belief in yourself, then you will not be able to make that. So in order to get enough confidence, you will be able to make like a portrait with freehand also. So for that I started with grid method, so I am confident enough, and I'm very proud of that. Even if I fail in anything, then the next day I'll do it again and again and again until I get the result which I desired. And generally, because of this attitude, my results are much more better than what I expect. So the attitude and the way you want to work towards your sketch is very important. Your attitude towards art is the most important thing. So that's why I recommend grid method for the first few sketches. Then you can gradually study the face and everything, and then you can make hyper-realistic sketches, and later you can study anatomy and all. Right now I am studying anatomy. I'm in 12th class, though it's not there in the syllabus, but I'm trying to do that on my own. So let's see, by next year maybe I'll make some videos about that, but before that I'll be making some videos for the beginners about the proportions and everything of the face, shading and everything. So do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification if you want to be notified about the videos about the upcoming videos. And also you can follow me on Instagram, because I keep on updating through stories or posts about my videos, and also the process, how I started, the basic structure and everything. I posted on my Instagram art account, it's there in the description, so I'll recommend that you check it out. Okay, so now let's begin with the video. So in this video I have used charcoal pencils again. Now many people say that, ask which material to use. So the ones which I used in this one are very cheap and are very normally accessible and available in your nearby shops. They are easily accessible. They're the Camlin charcoal pencils. The first one is the soft one. I use this one the most. Okay, so it's written also over here soft, and there's a one or the neutral. So there's a yellow band on that, and the red one, red banded. This is the hard one. Okay, so these are the basic pencils. Other tools are the blending stumps, but do not use them like a lot in excessive amount, and the mono zero eraser, the most important thing to give highlights in the beard and hair and everything. So I know it's a bit expensive, around 250 to 300 it is the cost of this pencil, but I still recommend. It's like a one-time investment, so I recommend if you buy this, especially if you want to make hyper-realistic sketch. If you're practicing, if you're a beginner, then it's fine. You can use a kneaded eraser or the normal eraser. I'll just show you. This one, stereo. Okay, so both of these are of stereo, the kneaded eraser also and this one also, but you can use the kneaded eraser of Brushstroke company. It is very cheap according to this one. This one was somewhat around 200 or something, and Brushstroke ki 200 ki eraser. Brushstroke mein you get 6 erasers in wait, I wrote it. Yes, 6 eraser in 216 on Amazon. I don't know about other website. I checked it on Amazon and these were the materials. And also yes, I also use jelly rolls. Now in my last video also I told you people that limit the use of jelly rolls. Here also I have used the jelly roll in very limited amount, and I recommend the same to all of you, and I hope that this video will be helpful. And if you make the hyper realistic sketch of anything or you take any inspiration from me and make anything, hopefully, so do DM me on my Instagram art account. The link is in the description below. I'll be very happy to guide you in the or to give a feedback about the sketch that you have made. And so now let's begin with the video. Enough of this video. At last, you can use fixative spray on your drawing description below. You can check it out there. I hope you enjoyed the video. Do hit the like button, do share it among your friends, and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification because there are many more upcoming videos. So if you want to be notified, then do hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thank you very much.